Time right now is 1:11. I got some computer work done for the past like 2 hours. I got a TikTok posted and then downloaded that TikTok, reposted it to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So I was able to create one piece of content and use it to get all of my other platforms checked off. So that is good to go. I then spent some time working through some emails that had come in over the weekend from some of you guys, some clients, some odds and ends that just needed to be taken care of. So I did that, got all of our orders set up for the day. Everything is good to go. We just need to get them printed, in all honesty. So we got the printers up and running, going with the orders, but the orders are still coming in. So we have the 50% sale. That one ended at 6 a.m. today, but I unfortunately messed up and did the expiration date for today, not knowing that would be at 11:59 p.m. tonight. So the discount code was technically still active for a little bit after 6 a.m. today. If any of you guys were able to take advantage of that, lucky you. One customer for sure did, and if that is you, you got really lucky because I messed up on that one. So they got 50% off of their order. I mean, really, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to even do anything about it, but for right now, I kind of got to switch gears. We have 2 screen printing orders that are in the queue. One of them isn't due to ship until February 26th, but then the other one, that one's due to ship tomorrow, February 25th. So I'm going to work on trying to get both of them printed, but if I can't, I'm definitely going to prioritize the one that is due tomorrow. And then the other one that is due on the 26th, that one is actually t-shirts, and I already have the t-shirts in stock here, so I can get them printed. It's just all going to be a matter of what we can manage to get done while keeping these DTF printers running, making sure that if anyone live chats or emails, that we get responded to them right away. Since it is during business hours, I try and make sure that we can do that as fast as possible. But that's what we got going on right now. It's 2 screens, or no, it's actually 2 designs, but it's 2 different colors of ink. So it's going to be just 1 screen with a color change ink, but both of the inks are custom colors. So we're going to need to mix up some custom Pantone colors for, it's like this Texas orange kind of color, and then like a mint turquoise. So we'll get both of those mixed up. We have the PMS codes because this customer has already ordered before, so we should be able to just go back and look at the history of what we did on the previous order, get that guy all squared away. As for the other order, the apparel order, this one is 22 shirts, and they're black shirts, white ink, so isn't going to be that big of a deal. It's front and back on each of them, and I think it'll probably be a print flash print to get them wrapped up. This front design is the same throughout both of the different t-shirts, so we'll only need to make 3 screens, 1 screen for each of the backs, and then we can reuse the front screen on the actual left chest logo. But we should be able to get these done today. It's really just going to be dependent on how distracted I get, and if at all. Hopefully, like I said a little bit ago, that we can keep these distractions to a minimum, can get some good focused work in, but it's already really difficult because I got these DTF printers to manage. Anyways, I've been talking to one of these, or I don't know if he's a subscriber, someone who has watched my videos, and he was talking about how he is currently exiting the custom transfer business and is moving into equipment sales. So I was just kind of picking his brain and getting some information on that, kind of seeing how he operates his business, some of the pain points, and why he thought that it was going to be worth it to go into equipment sales and exit the custom transfer business. But yeah, it's really interesting to hear more from people like you guys. If you guys are listening, you can reach out to me. You can email me, do a support forum on the website, give us a call, whatever it is. Email's definitely going to be my favorite way. That's the way that I prefer to communicate. So if you guys are interested, feel free to email me. I'd love to just honestly chat, gain more friends and followers in the space. In all honesty, Michaela and I don't have many industry friends who we can just bounce ideas off of, chat with, all kinds of things like that. So if you guys are down to talk, man, shoot me an email. I'd love to be friends. Alright, got one transparency done, so I can get started burning this screen. But as this was coming out of the printer, we just got an order for pretty large DTF transfer order from one of our Plus customers. Well, it was actually one of his customers that placed the order on one of our Plus customer sites, so awesome to see that, but it came in quite close to the bell. But that is not a problem. As you guys know, have our cutoff for our Plus customers, Plus clients websites is 4:30, so that came in with plenty of time to spare. It's just a matter of getting everything printed alongside the orders that came in over the weekend from our sale on the website. So we got to make sure that everything goes out. Okie doke, got those screens burned. They are just about dry. I think this one has a little bit longer to go, as you might be able to tell by these like little drip right here. So those will dry up, but I think the ones behind it and this one here, which is that other order, is already good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing up the inks for that screen in the back there. That way I can go ahead and start running that order, and then by the time I'm done with that one, that last screen will definitely be done. But even if it wasn't, I could just start on the other shirt because those two screens are good to go. So I got an empty press. I don't need to tear anything down. I just got to get those loaded up. So I'm going to mix the ink right now, pull up the PMS codes, and see what the mixing system says, the inks that I need to grab off of the shelf. And then we can mix that guy up. All right, just got off the phone. Michaela is working on getting these custom colors for the orders wrapped up. So it is 2 PMS colors that we have, PMS 166 and then PMS 5555. And one of them is, like I said, a Texas orange, and the other is kind of like a mint. So we're doing the Texas orange now. And we're only doing 250 grams of this since it's 14 sheets of each color. So this should be enough ink, I'm hoping. But while she's doing that, I can get started cleaning some squeegees because we don't have any that fit that exact color. So I'm going to probably end up using that gold one for the Texas orange. I'll clean that one, and then I don't know which one to use for them. I'll probably just pick my favorite one, clean that, and use that because not really one that can usually. So what my kind of thinking is there, I can explain it for you guys who are maybe more DTF. But the gold one I'm going to use for the orange because then I don't have to make an as perfect a job cleaning the squeegee. Since it is like a pretty similar color, that one will, like, if there is a tiny bit of gold left on the squeegee, that's not going to affect the Texas orange that much. Again, I need to make sure that there is not like big globs of it. Obviously I can't do that, and with Pantone colors, it could affect it, so I got to make sure that it is relatively clean. So I'm going to still take off on the excess ink on there and then use the ink degradant to kind of wipe down anything left on there. But that kind of is my thought process, because if I have to go for like a red, if I'm cleaning a red squeegee and then I'm going to white ink, that is a recipe for disaster and not something that I want to set myself up for. So I would just use that kind of in the back of my head to make a more informed decision to help myself out and save myself some time. So I'm going to grab one and grab the golden one, get them cleaned. Michaela should be done with the colors by then, and then we can get everything loaded up and printed. DTF is going strong today. I can't show you guys anything on that one, but this one is one of our customers, so I would be more than happy to show you guys this one, get you guys some good time lapse. Alright, got the custom color mixed up. Looks pretty gross, not gonna lie, but hopefully it looks good when we get it printed. Let's go ahead and set you guys up right here. This definitely will be more than enough ink. Like I said, only 14 sheets. And that'll be it for this order. And it should be enough. We'll have some extra. I got the squeegee cleaned off, and for this we can use 12.5-inch sheets. I'm gonna go grab 14 of them plus 3, because we always do include some extras. Let's go ahead and do our test print. Bing, bing, boom, there we go. There's a few issues that I think will get worked out if I press it one more time. But let me show you guys what I noticed. So these top two designs are good to go, but on this bottom one, if you guys can see down, right there on the side of the G, there's a little something there. I got some ink on my fingers as well. But I'm going to run another one of these, and hopefully it was just the ink getting through the screen, and then we completely get the ink moving through the mesh. That spot will clear up. Because looking at it, I don't see anything that would have been a problem in the screen. So let's just hope that that was a fluke. And try it one more time, making sure that we line up the sheet correctly. And see how this does. Okay, so that did take care of the issue. Great. Now let's just take another look at it, make sure that there are no other issues that might have cropped up. Looking for pinholes here. Pinholes are basically just like tiny little holes in the screen, and when you have a pinhole, the ink will get through it, and then it'll leave a small little dot on the actual transfer sheet. So this looks good to go. The dryer is still coming up to temperature, so I think I'll probably run as many as I can and build them up here as I have them printed. Hopefully by the time that I finish up that, we'll have the dryer up to temperature and I can get going. Alright, Michaela just got back from Granger, picked up some 24x4 boxes. Got to get them thrown up here, and also probably over here. Restock over here. Michaela already did that, so yeah, we're going to get these guys organized, thrown up in there. I also want to do something pretty cool. I don't know when I'm going to be able to have time to do that, but I want to start printing those boxes that we use as our shipping boxes with some sort of branding on it. I got this water-based ink here, so it will be pretty easy. We used to do it back in the day with the flat stay flats, so I think it'll be pretty cool to get back on that. Just something that we kind of put to the side when things get busy, but I think it's a good time to get back to that. Got this order finished up and color changed, did the orange, no problem. It was actually kind of annoying. I probably should have done it the other way around, orange and then this color. They were both dark colors, so it really wasn't the easiest to go from either. But I'm gonna get started on these right now. These are just 22, 24, whatever I said, of black shirts, white ink, front and back, just a left chest and then a full back. Should be able to get this done today. DTF still going hard. Just loaded up another design on DTF printer number 1. I'm heating up my lunch. We'll get to it here in a second. All right, so I am about to get started on that job, and I wanted to clean the pallet, and I just got started how I normally do it with the brush. Man, you guys are unlevel. With the brush and some water, but then I remembered I got this thing. So I saw this in Bav Productions vlogs. If you guys do or don't already watch them, for that guy, check him out. Bav Productions, he does some really good content. He just had like a 2.5 hour vlog where he like basically vlogged for the past like year, it seemed, and kind of documented his process of getting an auto in his shop. So it was some really good content. Check it out if you guys haven't already. But in that video, he was using this basically attachment to a drill, and then you put these sponges on there, and then you can just use your drill to actually do the scrubbing. No more of that like grinding away at the pallet with your freaking elbow grease. You can just use some ingenuity and get this guy going. So I was a little, I didn't know how it was going to work because the pictures weren't that good, but this is Velcro, and then I'm assuming just bam, attach like that. It's kind of hard to center it, but I got my drill. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try. Let's see how this works. Alright guys, and with this one, that is going to wrap up these t-shirts. 24 t-shirts in the bag, and it's only 5:30, so it took me like an hour thereabout to get 3 screens and all of these t-shirts printed. Michaela's getting the box ready for them now, and then we will get them dropped off to UPS. We already made the drop to FedEx today. We just did a FedEx office one. That's pretty rare. Usually FedEx office or FedEx has to go after UPS, but we saw a little bit of ad and thought to make that happen. So I got the dryer and the flash turned off. We got to wait for them to cool down a little bit until we can head on out. So I got actually going to put the fan underneath here just to kind of speed things up a little bit. And then we will QC the shirts, make sure all of the sizes are there. I'm pretty sure they are. And then get them boxed up, head on out to UPS. All right, guys. Time is just about 6 o'clock. Got to get those packages dropped off to UPS so that we can get them scanned in time and they can go out on the truck. So the next day's in there will be actually delivered next day. If we drop them off too late, they sometimes get delayed. So I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. If you did make it this far and you haven't already, leave a like down below. Leave a dislike if you didn't like the video. Comment what you guys would like to see more of. Don't just dislike it, because like tell me why you disliked it in the comments. That would be helpful. But all that to say, if you haven't, get subscribed. There's daily vlogs coming every single day. There's basically an upload coming every single day on this channel. Hopefully you guys checked out the podcast that came out yesterday. It was a banger. Took a lot to get that uploaded, as you guys saw from the beginning of this video, but you guys really seem to be enjoying it. It's probably one of our best performing podcasts. I did try to make the thumbnail a little bit better than our normal one, so I think that might be having something to do with it. It's a good topic. That also could have something to do with it. But anyways, I got to get out here. I got to go to UPS. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.